Hello guys and gals, it's me, Joey's Gaming, back with another Cyberpunk 2077 build guide. Now for today's build guide, we're going over my newly made DREADSHOT build, which is an assault skill tree focused build with a little bit in the other trees to grant me great damage, near invincibility, and just generally you can have some very nice fun with this build. I know that sounded weird, but still. So let's go over our perks now. We have like kind of a weird skill tree. I wouldn't call it weird exactly, but it's definitely like a little bit out of the ordinary for me personally, because we try to put a little bit into everywhere, and I tried putting some points to body, but we don't, like, we have literally the base points to body because we don't have enough skill points or attribute points to do so. I would like to, because some of our weapons, or like one of our weapons, is locked behind like a body. Like my full potential for that weapon is unlocked through investing to body. So I tried my best to like fill everything I could. Like 10 intelligence is for, my quick act damage, because we're still using short circuit in this build. I'll go back to other builds that don't use like the operating systems, like for quick acts and stuff, like that use Sandifistan instead, with like little to no intelligence. I'll try to go back to that soon. But quick acts are just like so much DPS that it's hard to pass by. I put 20 in cool because this is like the same base build as my Cybercycle build. I just spec'd it differently. So yeah, we still have 20 cool, which gives us access to like a lot of stealth and cold blood perks. We have 18 in tech ability that grants us access to crafting and some nice engineering perks for some of our weapons, and 20 reflexes. Obviously, you don't need 20. You can actually put 18 to reflexes, but 20 will grant you like extra crit chance. And apparently, the evasion stat doesn't really work as intended, but if you had 20 reflexes, you'd have like an increase to evasion that is very nice. Basically, what evasion is avoiding attacks. Basically, it's a chance to avoid bullets, like Neo from the Matrix. But yeah, the rest, if we had like at least 3 other skill points or attribute points, we'd put them body just to get the skill check for our Overwatch sniper, which is the one that's locked behind the body attribute. So let's just go over what is necessary for the build. There's actually like a bunch of perks. Like I'm decked out completely in perks, right, in perk points right now, but there's just like a few that you need for this build to actually work. And in the assault skill tree, you can copy the skill tree. I'll leave it for a little bit. Most of these perks are basically useful, but there's only like 3 perks that are not necessary in this build. There's shoot, reload, repeat, which is going to increase your reload speed after killing an enemy with a rifle or some machine gun. There's Eagle Eye, that reduces your ADS time, like your time to aim down sight with rifles and some machine guns. These both apply to snipers as well, snipers and precision rifles. And Fill the Flow only applies for assault rifles and some machine guns. It's an increase in reload time again, but it doesn't apply to precision rifles and sniper rifles. So your like reload perk for snipers is like shoot, reload, and repeat. Now every single other perk here increases either crit chance, crit damage, or damage directly. So just pick everything that you can, and basically we're gonna do a lot of damage when we're firing behind cover and from a far distance. Because of long shot, we have trench warfare that helps us with this. I think we have covering kill shot. Yeah, covering kill shot increases damage there, and savage stoic also increases our damage when standing still by 35%. So that's a huge increase. If you're not moving, well, you got a lot of damage. Oh, sorry about that. So our next tree that is most important is the crafting tree. Now, you only need like 3 perks in this tree. You need a True Craftsman, Grease Monkey, and Edge Runner Artisan. Actually, you for pretty much most of the weapons on this build, you only need Grease Monkey and Edge Runner Artisan. But we did put some other perks here, such as Field Technician, which will increase our crafted weapon damage, and 200% efficiency, which will increase our crafted clothes armor. Waste Not, Want Not, which is very good. It's one of the best perks in the game, in my opinion. It lets you keep the mods from guns that you disassemble. So basically, if I had like a crit chance mod on a clothing slot on an armor that's totally underleveled, I can scrap that armor and get the mod, which is nice. It's a nice feature, and every other perk in the tree is just to craft there. Basically, it basically allows me to craft for free, reduce my component like for crafting or upgrading. Component costs are being reduced. I get extra crafting components from dismantling stuff. It's simple. It's just a no-brainer if you're really pushing your crafting skill tree. Now for the engineering skill tree, we have a bunch of perks here, but the only like real the only really important ones are up to 11. Charge. I think I'm saying this right. I don't know why there's like a little 2 dot on the U, but it'll grant us more damage to fully charged tech weapons, which we need up to 11 to charge up to 100% capacity. We have Tesla, which increases our charge multiplier, which in turn increases our damage even more. Compare like that with Charge, it's like insanely good. Lightning Bolt increases our crit chance with tech weapons. I think it's either this build or my pistol build that I can get to 100% crit chance with like tech weapons. It's insane. Like on my stat page. Legally Split reduces our charge time for tech weapons, which is nice, so you can pop more shots easily. Gun Whisperer allows us to maintain the fire button to not shoot automatically with our tech weapons, which is very nice. It allows us to do precise aiming, basically. Unless it's a Nekomata sniper, those just shake around when you charge them, which is very inaccurate, but you can still hit some pretty good damage with them, so that's I included one on the build. There's the perk Frick All Walls, which basically it's doing what our effect of our Breakthrough Sniper is doing. Breakthrough is my tech sniper basically on this build, and it's doing the same effect, just a little bit worse than Breakthrough for other tech weapons. So for the other one in the build, it's Widowmaker. We have higher penetration chance, basically. It's weird a little bit. Sometimes you won't actually, like, it's based off of charge, how much you charge your weapon, and it's kind of complicated how the math works for these, like, skills and charge multiplier and stuff. Just know that this skill is good and charge multiplier is good for tech weapons. That's all you need to know, basically. Lock and Load. This perk increases our smart weapon reload speed. We do have some smart weapons in this build that are extremely nice, and I actually very enjoy using. So it's nice to have like a little increase to smart weapons in the engineering tree. Now, this perk right here, Superconductor, people have said like this perk is amazing, like it makes us so tech weapons ignore armor. Like that would be insane. That would be insane if it worked. This perk does not work. Does not work, and has not worked since launch. And yeah, it's kind of a disappointment because I would put more points into tech ability if it weren't for it not working, because that would boost your damage even more. So now going over the cool skill tree. In our stealth skill tree, we have silent and deadly, which will increase our damage dealt by silenced weapons, basically, while sneaking. Which, even if you're in combat, this will increase your damage. Strike from the shadows increases your crit chance by 15% while sneaking. This will still work in combat. Sniper increases headshot damage multiplier by 50% outside of combat. This in combat does not work, but if you're stealthing your playthrough or whatever, if you're doing like stealth, this is a very good perk. It's gonna increase your damage even more. We have from the shadows, which increases our crit chance by 50% if you enter combat for 7 seconds, which is nice. And the other perks are just apart from assassin, which basically you can deal 15% more damage to human enemies, which are basically every enemy in the game. So it's a must pick, basically. But every other perk from other than this is not necessary. It's good to have, but it's not necessary. And I'm not too sure if poison from this skill tree only works if you have like knives, but if they do work without knives, you'll deal 20% more damage to enemies that are affected by poison, and you'll have your poison damage doubled, basically. So that's great. Now moving on to Cold Blood, we have Merciless, which is the capstone kind of skill, which you get at level 20 Cold Blood and not level 20 cool, which increases our crit chance and crit damage by a certain amount respectively if Cold Blood is active, which is nice. Now we have Cold Blood, which increases my movement speed. It stacks up to 3 times, but we have perks that increase our stacks up to 5. So we'll have about 10% extra move speed, which it doesn't sound like a lot, but it is, especially with some of the perks in stealth, like the hasty retreat. You get a huge boost to movement speed when you kill a bunch of enemies in stealth and get detected right after. Like you're gonna be basically Flash. Then we have critical condition, which increases our duration of Cold Blood, makes it last longer. It's nice. Defensive clothing increases our armor by 20% per stack, so we can get 100% more armor at max stacks, which with this build makes us have, I think, about 12k armor, which it's totally overkill. Yes, I know it is overkill for any content in this game, but why not? Why not push it? And to pair with that, we have Pain is an Illusion, which decreases our damage taken. Basically, we have 5% extra damage, like, not taken. I don't know how to, like, say it, but we're basically getting 5% damage reduction. And Will to Survive basically gives us 5% resistance for every resistance. Like, all of our resistance when Cold Blood is active is getting increased by 5% per stack. So we'll have 25% for every resistance type of perk that we get. An extra of our other things like cyberware and perks that increases our resistance already, which is nice. And now we have Blood Swell. I gotta talk about this perk, how broken this perk is. You know, in boss fights, you can't really get Cold Blood, so you don't have near invincibility in boss fights. But this perk totally nullifies that, because when your health reaches 45%, if you don't get one shot, and you do reach 45% health, you'll get max Cold Blood stacks, which means you'll be invincible during boss fights. Unless the enemy has melee attacks of some sort, you're invincible. You'll take 1 damage from every attack in the game. I've tested it. I've done the Don't Fear the Reaper ending with this build, going up against Atom Smasher, and I was not taking any damage from his rockets. Yeah, pretty insane. The other perks that are very useful are Cooligulant, which makes it so every stack of cold blood is removed 1 by 1. So basically, cold blood lasts for longer with this, and frozen precision makes it so our headshot damage is increased by 50% flat. Does not require cold blood, does not require to be in stealth, does not require anything. It's just a flat 50% increase to headshot damage, which is nice. And lastly, because we don't really care about body skills, we have like 2 body skills and that's it. For intelligence, we have mass vulnerability. Sorry, I have a tough time saying that, which decreases with the upgrade, decreases physical resistance by 60% for enemies in the network, and every other resistance is decreased by 30% for enemies in the network. And if I have enough slots for my breach protocol, I can actually do the big sleep daemon as well when I breach protocols, which for stealth builds, basically it shuts down cameras for 3 minutes, which is nice for stealth, but it's not important. Like, big sleep is not important. I've only like recently put a point in while testing. And then for our quick hacking tree, we have signal support, which increased the quick hack duration by 50%, which short circuit dot will last longer, contagion dot will last longer, etc. etc. And cyber psychosis will also last longer with this perk. And then we also have bloodware, which increased quick hack damage. So this is basically it for the skill tree. Now for the weapons, you can use any assault type weapon is good on this build. I've got Moron Lobby, Divided We Stand, Breakthrough, I've got Problem Solver, Ying Long, Overwatch, Nashora Sniper Rifle, I have Widowmaker, I have the Shingen Mark V, I have PSALM 11.6, I've got Buzzsaw, I've got Fenrir, a normal Masamune, and I've got Skippy because I can't get rid of Skippy, but yeah, any of these weapons will work fine. Some are better than others, and this is what I'm going to showcase today. My personal favorites, I really like Moron Labe for stealth. PSA Elm is also a very great option for early game. Like this gun, Peace Helm, is very great. It's a good gun, but Moron Labe has a higher headshot multiplier later on, and you know, just base damage is higher with Ajax assault rifles. Divided We Stand is a very nice smart weapon. You can just not aim. Well, you can aim to get a little bit more damage, and like it'll just shoot enemies randomly. It's just great. It can it does high chemical damage. Can target like 5 people, I think, and it's just a great weapon. Now Breakthrough is my I shoot through walls while you don't see me type of gun, but I also have the Ashura Sniper Rifle, which you can hit 1.1 to 1.5 million damage consistently with this weapon because you don't even have to aim. So yeah, I'll try to showcase it in the video, but so far we have a little bit of content to do. I actually have 2 things to showcase, or like 3. I'll do this assault progress, I'll kill the people in this gig, and I'll go kill a Cyber Psycho. Now for the Cyber Psycho, I will say there are 2 really good weapons for this build for single targets. Problem Solver is the one we're going to use. Very good single target weapon. It just has so much fire rate. But Yinglong is also one of my personal favorites for smart weapons. Like if I want to use a smart weapon setup for my single targets, I use Yinglong because this gun is insane, especially like for, like I said, single targets. So as you can see, there's a bunch of people here. So let's just shoot at them. We don't even have to like shoot a little bit, like just have to shoot a little bit, and they're dead. Critical headshot. Let me just pick the stuff up, and they're basically all just laying on the floor. I forgot to show my cyberware. I'll show it after. Well, actually, I'll show it now. Here's my cyberware. There's a bunch of stuff. I'm decked out completely, but the main stuff you actually want, in my opinion, is the frontal cortex stuff. So heal on kill to gain health when defeating an enemy, limbic system enhancement to increase your crit chance, the visual cortex support to increase your crit damage, and then in the circulatory system, feedback circuit will give you 10% health for weapons that you charge completely, like tech weapons that you charge completely, like Breakthrough or Widowmaker. Though it does not apply for every single pellet on Widowmaker, it's a nice little increase to your health gaining stat, basically, because if you fully charge a tech weapon and you kill someone, you basically get 20% health back instead of 10%. So it's nice, it's nice. And then I have the Kerenzikov cyberware, which allows me to K-op, which makes me go very fast. The Synaptic Accelerator, this is bugged right now, but in a good way. It doesn't have a cooldown. Unless you get, I think, fully detected, it doesn't have a cooldown, or sometimes it has a cooldown. It'll say it's in cooldown, but you can actually still use it as you want. It's weird, but it slows time when you get detected by an enemy, and you don't even have to get fully detected. So that's nice. We also have the heat converter, which allows us to make burn a good thing. So if you want to be a psychopath that just burns himself before every fight, you can. You'll just deal 10% extra damage from every fight you do with this. And we also have Metabolic Editor, which basically makes us so poison, instead of damaging us, heals us. So you can use poison to heal you. Basically, you could be like kind of a little cyber psycho if you wanted. And we also have the operating system, which we use the NetWatch NetDriver, which increases our quick hack damage. This is the main reason why I use this, but it's also nice that we have extra spread zone for our quick hacks, and that like offensive quick hacks can be uploaded to targets that are very near. They're like, if targets are like next to each other, you can upload a short circuit to one guy and it'll travel to the other guy. I've never seen it apply to a third guy, but it says it can. It probably can. So yeah. And for my actual mods I use on it, I use short circuit because short circuit is just insane damage because of its passive, and I use ping. That's pretty much all I use. The rest is just random stuff that you can put on. So yeah, let's go do a little bit of stealth stuff. So the first thing you want to do, like right now I see a camera. First thing I want to do, I go to that camera. I want to breach protocol. Now depending on what I want to do, I'll either pick ice pick or I'll pick ice pick usually, and either the vulnerability thing or camera shutdown. Now right now I want to stealth through it. I don't want to use my quick hacks that much, so I'll try to get the ice pick and camera shutdown. Just let me look through this. Alright, I found it. There we go. So as you can see, I installed 2 daemons and failed 1, but that doesn't really matter. That's fine. I don't know what yeeted me off of there, but right now what I want to do is ping. Now these guys don't even know where I am at, so just shoot them. You pop your little head. Okay, so that guy saw me. He saw the little synaptic accelerator thing. Let's short circuit this guy, and it applied to the other guy. Killed him instantly as well. Headshot. Almost 100,000 damage with more on lobby. You can hit 200. I hit 200 today. Hold up, woman, please. There you go, 100,000. It all depends on the further you are from enemies. So right now I'm gonna use breakthrough. As you can see, I missed the guy because it shakes a little bit. Guy wants to move. As you can see, a little bit of damage. You can just hit fire it as well, but I wouldn't really recommend firing a sniper. It's just because he's really close and it's annoying. But yeah, still, it works. And you know what they say, if it works, it works. So let's just equip Problem Solver, which we're gonna go do the little Cyber Psycho with. And I'm gonna show what, let's say, PS Allen does. There's like a couple of guys, like right here. Just gonna show what we can do. There's a car like weirdly parked here. That's fine. Let's just use Contagion first, and then pick people up off from. As you can see, my aiming is complete garbage, but still, that does not matter. If you have better aim than I do, you can just headshot everyone and like be a destructive Cyber Psycho yourself. So yeah, what you want to do here is Cyber Psycho. You don't want to get blown up by this because that's bad. You wouldn't want to be blown up by the mine if you're doing a showcase. So like this guy, I don't know where there he is. Alright, so we're just gonna wait until he runs back, because he usually runs back here, right? Come on, man, come over here. He's just running everywhere. Oh, he's coming back. Is he coming back? Come on. Oh yes, alright. So what you want to do is get up close and personal. Hello guy, or girl, and look at that HP. Just going down insanely fast. We didn't like see half of it because I headshot at her a bunch of times before she saw me, which increased my like crit damage and stuff. But yeah, she's not dead because of course Cyber Psychos don't die like from or anything. They just die if you kill them like here. But still, like this build is insane. It's an incredible build for like just DPS in general. Now I'm gonna blow myself up because I'm dumb. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, please be sure to like it. Subscribe if you want to see more build guides and videos from me. And it's been Joy's Gaming, and I'll be out. See you guys later. Bye bye.